and spatula. Okay, so I'll be interested to see what this says. Marshmallow. Oh, hi. Fancy seeing you here. Today we are in my plant loft, and I think, as it is a new month and a new year, it is about time that we did another oracle card pull. So for anyone who has not seen one of these videos from me before, I want to clarify that I don't feel that I'm in any way witchy. I'm really interested in that side of things, and I would thoroughly recommend my friend Lisa or It's Practical Magic if you are interested in that sort of stuff. But I am very interested in your brains, your subconscious. I'm not a zombie. Well, I guess. So I think that the subconscious is incredibly powerful, and as I've said before, I've looked into hypnosis techniques. I've been learning some of those because I think they'll support ASMR and relaxation, because for me those two things, they're just very much tied in to each other. So we're going to do a 2-card oracle pull, and I'm going to read the accompanying booklet that goes with it. It's going to be a crossing pull, so one card will kind of roughly indicate where you are now, and then the other card is going to hopefully indicate to you where maybe you might need to head, things perhaps to think about in terms of direction, or potentially it could highlight some blockages and things that are stopping you. But again, this is going to be your subconscious that will interpret and take what it needs. It's there, it's just sometimes it needs a little bit of a nudge, a little bit of encouragement to step up and tell you what you need to hear. Okay, so as we're in the plant loft, we're going to be going for the Herbiary deck. This was the very first deck that I dabbled in, and I love it. It is beautiful. I still don't think I have seen every card yet, even though I've done a few pulls, but I can't wait to see what we get today. Maybe I will have my own things to read into it, maybe you will have some things to read into it, but I'm looking forward to it. It is a beautiful deck, and if you have not seen it before, it's by Maia Toll. I picked mine up on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure they're probably available in all sorts of places. There are 3 in the set. As you can see, I have all 3. I think it's a beautiful set, and yeah, I love pulling these cards. Incidentally, just a very quick plug, sorry, this is not sponsored, this is a me thing. I have started offering personalised card pulls on New ASMR. I have the link probably in the description. So if you're interested in your own personalised pull, I will be able to offer those. I can only offer a few spots a month because I really don't have much time, but it is something I was interested in testing out, seeing if there's any interest in it. Alright, so you would have one of these videos, but customised to your tastes. You would pick the deck, you would pick the colour scheme, you can even pick whether we have tapping or not. So just have to mention that just in case it is of interest to anyone. Alright, so today, Herbiary deck. Let's see what we have, shall we? Come with me. Okay, so here is the deck, and as I said, we're going to be pulling 2 cards. I'm going to take the cards out. That's a very good start. You can tell I'm a pro. So this is the booklet that we will be reading from later. These booklets are great. They tell you a little bit about the qualities of the plant, about its personality, and I find it's really insightful. It just helps me to open up my mind a little bit and think a little bit. Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Apologies, that was my old lady wrist cracking, if you heard that sound. Okay. Going to pop the box to one side. Here we are. I will always stop just a moment and show you the back of these decks just because it's so pretty. You can see there's so much going on here. And remember, there are 3 decks. All 3 decks have the same background, which comprises of elements from each. So we've got some of the botanicals here, which is, remember what this set is. We have, I think that's the 5-lined skink. I can't remember what this is, but it's kind of cute. And I mean, it looks a little bit like a squirrel, but it's got a rat-like tail. We've got some gems and some crystals. It's just beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to give this a bit of a shuffle. I have tiny hands, and so I'm not very fancy when I shuffle. I think my mother used to be a croupier in a casino. I'm sure she'd be great at this. But I do want to get this mixed up a little bit, as much as I possibly can, with my tiny, tiny hands. I don't think there needs to be a particular technique for shuffling. You know, the splitting, and they're not playing cards. I'm not going to do the splitting and then trying to weave them into each other. I'm just going to keep cutting until I feel like I'm ready to stop. Okay. I feel I'm ready. Should we see what we've got? Okay, so remember, this is for January 2025. Let's see where we are. Oh, okay. We have marshmallow, a spoonful of sugar. Obviously, those of you who have seen me before will know that I love food. I'm quite curvy. I am a curvy lady, but I love my food, and cakes are a bit of a weakness. So we can see that we have the cake here, the marshmallows, the actual flowers here. I think traditionally, in the old days, I think marshmallows were used to make marshmallow, but I feel like these days they've moved on in a technique perhaps, and most marshmallow is not actually made with marshmallow. So we have these do these look like pillows to me? Yeah, they do look like pillows. But is this a whisk? Okay, and we've got the wooden spoon here. Little leaves just dropping down. So this is some sort of like flat spatula type thing. And then we have these very gentle swirls in the corner. Marshmallow. Oh, I just spotted the little rolling pin down the bottom. So yeah, whisk, rolling pin, wooden spoon. That brings back bad childhood memories of the wooden spoon. And yeah, spatula. Okay, so I'll be interested to see what this says. Marshmallow. And this is our crossing card. Okay. Oh, wow. So this is the card that is supposed to indicate to us perhaps some hints about direction, might indicate some troubles that we might have to overcome, potential blockages, but yes, tough love. Lavender. Interesting. I say that so often. I'm terrible. I should come up with something other than interesting to say, but I am fascinated. So remember, this is the botanicals, and there's quite an animal-y presence here. We have, this is a tiger, and this is, it looks like a bunny, sorry, a rabbit. A rabbit. It's got kind of small ears, but I think I was going to say some brands of bunny, some types of rabbit do have different size ears, don't they? So lavender. Now I have some candles for lavender, well, that smell of lavender. It's a very relaxing smell. I have to admit, I used to hate it, absolutely, very much dislike lavender, but it has grown on me in recent years. So we can see the lavender here, and there's a little bit in that corner there. It's fake. It's not in bloom at the moment, so I do have some not real plants in my flat. I'm not great at keeping them alive. I desperately want to, but I did a video on a plant haul a while back, and I have to admit that none of them are on this plane of existence anymore, sadly. But I do think the pots I was using were possibly overwatering them. It had this kind of string that went through the pot and was supposed to keep them watered all the time. I think that was actually making them rot. Also, I'm a terrible plant mother, so there's that as well, so it's not just the plant pot's fault. But here we have a lavender tea, I assume. I am a fan of a cup of tea, as I think some of you may be aware. I just love my tea. So this is great, and this is beautiful. It initially looks like a spider web, but then it looks more like a doily. And it kind of looks like a peacock's feather, but just the outline of it, just around here. So I wonder what lavender is doing, because I don't necessarily associate tigers with being restful and relaxing. Look at those beautiful green eyes. So we have this is a predator and this is prey. So I'm not sure what that might say. But yes, it's the lavender is taking a slight back seat in this, but then you notice it's actually at the front as well, and on the mug. Okay, right, so we have a spoonful of sugar, marshmallow, we have our tough love, lavender. I'm going to pop the cards and grab the booklet, okay? Okay, so let's read about marshmallow. There's nothing Marshmallow would love more than to spend time in your kitchen. She'll lean over your shoulder, offering suggestions for adorning your salads and thickening your soups. There's no reason for foul-tasting anything, including medicine, declares the grande dame of dessert. She should know, having been at it since around 2000 BCE. Egypt, dear, she'll tell you. A lovely place. I fed pharaohs and gods. But Marshmallow's not one to dwell in the past. She takes too much joy in bringing ease to the present, and there's much work to do. Digestion these days, she tusks, as she sets about creating her latest confection. Call on Marshmallow when you need to soften and rediscover sweetness. Okay, so that is about, I guess, yeah, finding softness, a sweeter side. I think it's easy to fall into traps and to be negative about things and judgmental about things, and perhaps this is Marshmallow telling us, just take a step back, just take it easy and, yeah, lean into the softness. I am quite a soft person, I guess, and I enjoy being that way. I'm very happy with who I am. Unfortunately, the way I am, I do get walked over a little bit because I am quite soft, but I just don't think I could be a harsh person, and so I can very much identify with Marshmallow, for sure. So our crossing card, this is, remember we had lavender with tough love, which I think is interesting for me. Again, with the interesting. Okay, let's have a little look at lavender. Okay. People think lavender is soft, useful for shaping quiet space and calming rowdy children. But beneath her powdery scent is a hint of menthol. Smell it? That bite at the back of your palate? While lavender appears to be a down-to-earth and gracious grandmother who'll soothe your soul and sing you to sleep, you're living a rare and blessed life if that's all you ever need from her. If circumstances should change, call on lavender. She handles emergencies with military precision, keeping a cool head and stout heart. She'd make a fine spy, field nurse, or leader of the resistance, cloaking her steely strength under a sloppy grey bun and the familiar scent of summer. When lavender appears, it's time to ground yourself and dig in to the task at hand. I like that. I like that lavender has this softness, but also this strength. She likes to get things done, and she's trustworthy, and I feel like she's reliable. Okay. Come with me. Come back. Come on. Thank you for spending just a few minutes with me today, looking at the oracle cards. I hope maybe there was something in it that you could take from it, and if not, I hope at the very least I could help relax you and, help you zone out with my terribly boring voice. I hope, my darlings, that you have a delightful day, a wonderful week, and of course, the snuggliest of sleeps when it is time to go to bed. Take care.